Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about Elvis, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Elvis, it deals with the life of rock star Elvis Presley, from the beginning of his career to his eventual death. Okay, so to get things started, what I liked about this movie, well, easily the best thing about this movie is I like Austin Butler's portrayal of Elvis. Austin Butler was not only able to impersonate the Elvis voice near perfectly, but he also got his movements correctly. Now, I don't know much about Elvis the person because first of all, he died 20 years before I was born, and as a result, I never got the chance to actually meet him. And I don't know anyone who actually met him. So I'm not so sure about his mannerisms much, but when it comes to the voice and the movements he makes when he dances, like, that stuff is stuff I saw in Elvis Presley videos. And I do think that it's a neat concept, a movie about Elvis, because there is so much you can do with telling the story of the life of Elvis, because he kind of had like this haywire life. He grew up in poverty. He became rich and famous real quickly. Then his career went downhill. Then he resurged in popularity. And then he died. There's an awful lot you can do with that story. And I like some of the aspects they went with this movie. And while I'm not a big fan of Tom Hanks' performance as Tom Parker, I do like the dynamic between him and Presley, because these two are like the two major players in the film. Parker and Presley, they start off real close, kind of friends, but as things progress, Parker gets greedy and greedy and greedy. Whereas Presley, he just wants to be Elvis Presley. He wants to be him and do the things that make him happy. However, there's a lot of things about this movie that I also don't like. First and foremost, at times it's hard to tell what's going on and when exactly this stuff's happening. The way the movie starts off, it starts off with his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, on his deathbed. Then it does a flashback to 1973. Then it does another flashback to 1954. And then it does another flashback to the mid-40s. And then the 45 and the mid-40s scene just starts intercutting with each other. And it's just, what the heck is going on here? If it was just one flashback and it went to 54 or the mid-40s, that would have been a different story. I also I don't know why Baz Luhrmann does this with his period pieces, but I also did not like the incorporation of modern music in this film, which is a period movie. They would play an Elvis song with the actual Elvis recording, but then halfway into it, they just switch to this modern rap version or modern techno pop version of it, and it's just, what the heck? He did something similar with The Great Gatsby, except with The Great Gatsby, he did not have any 20s music at all. It was just modern techno pop stuff or modern dubstep. But honestly, the thing that bugged me the most is they essentially took the story of Elvis, rather than just doing their own interpretation of Elvis, they took that and then decided to make a statement with it. While you get the idea they're going to do that with the trailers, it's not the statement you think. Woke, but it's not the statement you think. Basically, the movie is blaming his fans for his suicide. Because I don't know about you guys, but my personal opinion is yes, Presley committed suicide. It's a debate and stuff, but that's just my opinion. But the movie blamed his fans for his death, for his drug addiction and everything like that. And kind of did this sort of, let's hide it, let's make it seem like we're saying Tom Parker's completely implicit in this, but let's just slide this thing right in between and say, no, it's you, the fans' fault. I was able to read between those lines. I understood what the heck they were saying. Because Parker, he's narrating the whole movie, and he's just like, they say I am to blame for his drugs and for his death, but it's actually not me. It's all on you. Oh, no. If you understood what Parker was doing, the fact that Presley blamed himself for the death of his twin when they were being born, you've got what happened. You've got the culprit for his depression, for his drugs, and for his suicide. Ultimately, Elvis, there's some stuff I like about it. However, there's just so many things about this movie that bug me. I like Elvis Presley. I like his music. I'd love to get one of his records on vinyl. However, this movie, it's just not what I wanted in an Elvis movie. I'm gonna give Elvis a 3. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Bonetsky will